Good morning, everyone. Well, told you about Fallout Mania. The hype is real. For the first time in years, a video of mine has actually hit the YouTube algorithm. We're going to talk all about that this morning and how this led me to change my schedule for the day because why not capitalize on the hype while everyone is excited for it, right? Plus, Phil's day off, a bunch of gaming news, all this and more on today's episode of the Level 1 Podcast. Well, certainly, me coming back for my day off today, I did not expect to be like this. Today is Friday, the 26th of April, 2024. Of course, I'm DSP, and I welcome you all here to the show. I hope that you all are doing well. You had a good day away on Thursday, I hope. And, man, do we have a lot to talk about and digest. So here's the deal, all right? My last stream before I went on break was Wednesday night, and I decided to play Fallout 4. Now, I had already decided I was going to play Fallout 4 starting this weekend because the next-gen update for the game was going to launch yesterday. But that was my day off, and I said, well, I'll play it, as I come back probably on Saturday-ish. Just hoping to get, a nice kind of balanced playthrough along with everything else that I'm doing. People had said this is the right time to play Fallout because the TV show is so popular and everyone is jumping into Fallout all over the place, right? And I said, well, you know what? Even though the next gen update isn't out yet, I want to get a head start on playing Fallout 4. I want to get through the intro, right? I want to make my character, get out of the vault, and basically get to the part where when we play again, we can actually hit the ground running with the story, okay? And that's exactly what we did on Wednesday night. We played for about 2.5 hours. And here's the funny part about it. Even though there was no next-gen update yet on Wednesday night when I played it with you guys, you could still play the game at 60 frames per second, but only if you had the Xbox Series consoles. Why? Because Microsoft now owns Bethesda and basically initiated a program where you could do an FPS boost feature on these games to make them run at full 60 frames per second. So what ended up happening was I booted up the game and it was running at 30, and I was like, this isn't right. I know for a fact that you can improve this. And after messing around for a minute, we found it, the FPS boost feature. And then I played for 2.5 hours at 60 frames per second. And let me tell you, the game looks great at 60 frames. It feels so much better than when I played it in 2015 on the Xbox One at a very choppy sub 30 frames. Remember, that was one of the major complaints I had was the graphical performance just was not that good on the Xbox One back in the day. And so I played for the 2.5 hours, 2 videos. I very wisely titled the first video 60 frames per second so that people would know it's Fallout 4 at 60 frames. And I go ahead and I upload the videos and I said, all right, I'm off. Right? I'll see you guys Friday. And on Friday, today, the intention was today we were going to play a new game called Another Crab's Treasure. It's an indie game that came out yesterday on Game Pass. It's supposed to be a Souls-like style gameplay with a cute crab fighting in an undersea world. And I was like, we'll just do that. And then, we'll go back to Fallout on Saturday when the next gen update has been applied and we'll see what happens, right? So I go to sleep. And I come back, I get back up in the morning. All right? And in the morning, I always refresh my stuff and I want to see what's there and I approve comments and I do all this stuff. I'm getting ready for my day out with my wife and I refresh everything and it says Fallout 4 Part 1 has 18,000 views on it. And I said, what? 18,000 views in 12 hours or so. Like, that's unprecedented. I haven't had a video go that popular on this channel in over 5 years. Usually my videos, even if they get an audience, they get a slow build where they'll start with like 1,000 and then they'll get a little more and a little more. It'll be a slow climb, a slow build. And then eventually, if it becomes very popular, you know, it'll be within like a week maybe. I'll build to say 10, 20,000 viewers or something like that. And that's it. Like, this channel is not popular anymore. So I don't usually get anything above 10,000 views unless rare cases, okay? So I immediately look at it and I'm like, I definitely want to see where this came from or whatever. But it's funny because I'm looking and basically it all happened at once. What do I mean by that? I mean, this video had maybe 1,000 to 2,000 views overnight. And then all of a sudden, it got a ginormous spike in views within about a 2 to 3 hour period. All right, that gave tons of views. So basically, the thing is, you can't see the data right away on YouTube. You have to wait a little bit to analyze the data. But I had a feeling I knew what happened. Basically, people Tuesday or Thursday morning, they're looking for this next gen update. They want to see what the game looks like with the next gen update. Many people maybe are thinking about, should I buy the game to play it with the next gen update, right? And they're searching YouTube, and essentially my video hit the algorithm, and they watched it thinking this video was Fallout 4 with the next gen update applied, because I had titled that video 60 frames per second, which is true. The video is 60 frames per second. But all you got to do is watch a few minutes into the video. You'll realize I say outright, no, this is not the next gen version yet, but I'm going to do this FPS boost feature, and I enable it or whatever, and that's how I got the 60 frames. So basically, I think that's what happened, but I can't confirm it yet, right? So I just announced to everyone, hey guys, the video hit the algorithm, check it out. At that point, I want to say the video had a total of around 20,000 views, okay? And that was yesterday morning. So actually around the same time right now, yeah, actually it's around the same time right now. Yesterday is when that happened. Hold on one second because I got to do something. Stupid thing. Ugh. Of course I have to be interrupted by a stupid thing on my laptop. It wants to do a Windows update. No, you're not going to do a Windows update now when I'm streaming. You're going to shut up so that I can actually do my stream. They won't even let me pause the update. You've got to be joking me. This is pissing me off because now I got to do it later. Here, I'm just going to push this a few days so it'll stop bothering me. Because if I don't do this now, it's going to keep bothering. Windows is so pushy now. Like, you tell Windows, oh, I actually don't want to do the update. And they're like, oh, you have to do it anyway. Like, but I don't want to do it. I'm telling you, I don't want to do it right now. I'm busy, or I'm doing, oh, no, you got to do the update. Windows is going to tell me what to do with my own PC, huh? Interesting. Anyway. So, about 24 hours ago, the video had about 20,000 views. I announced this to the internet. I put it up on my Twitter and on my community post on the video or on the channel. And I start taking a look at comments because I realized there's a lot of comments that have hit this video overnight because it went viral. Or not viral, but it hit the algorithm on YouTube. And people can't see the comments. So I start approving comments left and right. I start responding to comments. I post up things like, hey, check out my Fallout 3 series over on DSP Throwback. Hey, I reviewed the Fallout TV show. You know, it is what it is. And basically all of the algorithm stuff dies down within 2-3 hours. And what I mean by that is, like, the algorithm, it hit the algorithm probably between 7 to 10 a.m. yesterday. And by noon yesterday, done. Algorithm's done with it. Discarded it. So now all those views that were coming in are gone. But now what's happening is people are curious. What happened? Why did the video get so many views? So more people are now coming. You know, I have a ridiculous amount of subscribers on this channel. Most of them don't watch the content anymore. But, you know, people get curious. What happened? Fill out a video with 25,000 views within a few hours. That's crazy. Let's go check it out. So over the course of yesterday, I still got like another 5,000 views on the video as like residual views that had nothing to do with the algorithm, but just the fact that people out of curiosity wanted to see why this video got the amount of views that it did. Okay. What I find absolutely hilarious, once again, the insano conspiracy theorists out there. Oh, It's view botting. No, that's not how view botting works. That's literally not how view botting works at all. View botting doesn't apply that way. I know, because people try to view bot my streams, and it doesn't work like that. YouTube does not count view bot views like that. It'll show on a stream. It will not show on a video like that. It's completely stupidity for any idiot to say that. Plus, which I'm going to talk about, we're going to go into the analytics of the video to show you what it looks like. But yeah, it was 100% legit. It was the algorithm. And then there's people who just can't accept the fact that a video of mine got any views, and they're like leaving comments saying, "Oh, this video's not 60 frames. You're a liar. You mistagged it, or you mistitled it." The video is blatantly 60 frames. You just watch it. I mean, you have to watch it at the right resolution. On YouTube, you can't see 60 frames unless you watch at 720p or above. So maybe people are just so dumb. They're trying to watch the video at like 480 or 360, and they think that it's 60 frames, which it would never be. But if you watch it in HD, it's 60 frames. And I even show you in the video how I enabled the 60 frames. It's not like, oh, this is a misleading video where I'm lying. I literally, in the video, show you the FPS boost menu and how to enable it and how you can get it on the Series S right now or Series X right now, even without the next-gen update. So I just find it absolutely hilarious what these idiots say and do just to discredit the fact that anything would actually go well for me, right? So anyway, basically now, the video's now been out for about a day and a half, okay? The video has 25,000 views and climbing. It is continuing to get a few hundred views, you know, in a few hours. So I wouldn't be surprised if it ends up being even higher over the next several days as people start to watch this playthrough. Because the thing is, on YouTube, this is how it works. When you see a video with a lot of views, you tend to check it out. It's just that simple. If you see Fallout 4 playthrough part 1 and it has 300 views, you're like, it must not be good. If you see Fallout 4 playthrough part 1 and it has 25,000 views, you're like, oh, that must be pretty good. I'll check it out, right? That's just the nature of how humans act. They don't, for some reason, an arbitrary number on a video dictates the level of quality when in reality it doesn't. It doesn't mean shit, right? Anyway, so with all that happening, I made a decision that today I was going to change my schedule so that we would play more Fallout 4, since number one, the stream actually did pretty good. People liked it when I played it on Wednesday night. And now we've got some hype building behind the game. In addition, today we are actually playing the next-gen version of the game. It is applied, it is installed, all the DLCs are in there. So now when we play today, any improvements or things that they've done should actually be shown in the gameplay. So unlike the first two videos where the next gen, wasn't applied, now it is. So now I can actually title the video Next Gen Update for Fallout 4. And it's legit, right? So that is what we're doing today. And all this means is that another Crab's Treasure will be tomorrow. Okay? Let's continue playing Fallout 4. By the way, I got a taste of it on Wednesday night. It's a melee build I'm doing this time. I'm basically doing like the idiotic brute who's kind of like an idiot savant, meaning he'll be able to do certain things like lockpick, but he won't be able to do speech challenges. He actually will not be able to hack at all, okay? So, I'm excited for more today because this is a different build like which I haven't done. Melee with luck based and lockpick. We'll see how it goes. I'm excited. So, hopefully the playthrough continues on. Now, here's the thing. Do I think that this playthrough is going to continue to have this many viewers? No, absolutely not. In fact, just look at parts 1 and 2. Part 1 of the playthrough currently has 25,000 views and climbing. It's still increasing, like I said, a few hundred every couple hours, right? But part 2 has around 2,000. See, it's hard to tell. It actually has 2,800 viewers. I can tell you that because when I look in YouTube Studio, it actually shows you the true viewers of a video. Excuse me, I misspoke. 2,500 viewers? Yeah. Part 2 has 2,500 viewers. It doesn't show yet. The video says like 2,300, but the thing with YouTube is that there's always a lag when it shows true views. So I can see in my YouTube Studio app that it actually has 2,500. So I mean, just right there. Why the drop off? Because part 2 didn't hit the algorithm. Part 2 doesn't say 60 frames. And that's what people were looking for. They were looking for next-gen upgrade, 60 frames. That's what they found in the algorithm. In fact, I'll tell you in a second. I'm actually going to bring up the results here in YouTube Studio to explain to you exactly how the algorithm works. But now what's going to happen is at least I have a playthrough that has views on it, right? And some people might gravitate towards checking it out. And the thing is, I have a lot of Fallout content, right? I have not only this playthrough I'll be doing, I have 3 playthroughs of Fallout New Vegas, 2 playthroughs of Fallout 3, all on this channel, the original Fallout 4 playthrough from many years ago. And now in that 25,000 view video, I have 2 links, one to my Fallout 3 remastered playthrough that's going up on my throwback channel, and also to my review of the TV show. So hopefully, over time, some views will gravitate to my other Fallout content, okay? You might say, well, what is the big deal about all this? Why are you acting like it's a big deal? Because it is. This is what used to happen all the time on this channel. I would play a hot new release or something new that was popular and people were talking about, and people would watch that and then gravitate towards all the other content on my channel. What's happened is in the last 5 years, this channel doesn't show up in the YouTube algorithm almost ever. So because of that, all we get is the same people every day coming by to watch the content, and that's not going to grow, and there's nothing I can do about that. That's the nature of how YouTube works. So hopefully, this one spike that I got in the algorithm will result in some extra views spilling over to my other content, and people will like some of my other content, because I do a lot of content, let's be honest. Right? So now, to give you some specifics, because people immediately are going to say, well, what are the analytics of the video, right? Like, tell us truly what happened with this video. We were interested in you know, how it went and everything. So you're going to love these analytics, trust me, because you're going to laugh your ass off. Let me actually click on the video specifically to get its specific analytics. So far, 25,700 views and climbing. You may not be able to see that, but that's the true views, because the actual studio app shows me true views, not views that are stuck and not showing yet. So 25,700 and climbing. Okay? Where were the sources of the views? Where did they come from? Was it view bots? No. Here's the evidence. It says right here, YouTube search, meaning the algorithm, accounted for 21,100 of those views. So that means the other views, the other 4,000, 5,000 views came from legitimately my audience, or from other things like word of mouth, like when I posted up on Twitter that the video was going viral, or other people started talking about it and sharing it around. Okay? But 21,100 views just because it hit the YouTube algorithm for 3 hours. Because it only hit the algorithm for 3 hours and then it was removed. Because I can actually see in, where is it? I can see in the watch time. Here it is. Yeah, absolutely. Here it is. Here's the real-time views. I can click on this chart. It's an amazing chart. Okay? So within the first 4 to 5 hours of being out, it only had a few hundred views. Then all of a sudden, hour 6, it got 2,000 views. Hour 7, it got 3,000 more. Hour 8, it got 4,000. Hour 9, it got 5,000. Hour 10, it got another 4,000, and then it went to almost 0. So basically, hours 5 to 10, it hit the algorithm, and then it was removed from the algorithm within 5 hours. Just gone. Right? Unbelievable. So, that's pretty crazy. That's how YouTube works these days, right? Nothing even stays in the algorithm for more than a few hours. The only way it continues to get views is if it gets so many views within those few hours, now it's trending for a different reason. So you might say, well, hold on. Why was it trending? I'll tell you why, because you can look at the search terms. Let me find it. Where was it? Reach? I got to find the search term people were searching for. Here it is. YouTube search terms. 43.5% of people who were looking on YouTube were looking for Fallout 4 Next Gen Upgrade. Guess what? None of those words were in my video title at all. The video title is 60 frames of nuclear fun. That's all it is. 60 frames of nuclear fun. And then explaining that this is my second run of the game. That's it. It doesn't say Next Gen Upgrade at all. But YouTube search hit it and made that be shown at the forefront of what people were searching for. The next search is about 10% of the people found it just after Fallout 4 Next Gen. And then 9% saw Fallout 4 and just Fallout 4. Right? So there you go. Pretty crazy. 40, 50, so 50, 66% of the people who watched the video found it just searching on YouTube, and it hit the algorithm. Why? Right place, right time. Not even the right words. Because nowhere in there does it say next gen update. It's not the next gen update. It's 60 frames because I show you in the video how to enable 60 frames with the FPS boost feature, but it's not the update. It just so happens YouTube put it into that search for some reason. Okay? Now also, this is funny. 36% of people found it through YouTube. 14% found it through Google. And a whopping 30% found it through Twitter. And you might say, Twitter? Well, why is that? Well, I'll tell you why. Because my detractors are fucking idiots. Because as soon as the video started going viral, not viral, I keep saying viral. It's not viral. It's when it hit the algorithm. As soon as the video hit the algorithm, those morons started posting up about it on Twitter. Oh, look, Phil's a video getting views, and oh, let's make excuses as to why, because it's clickbait, because it's this and that, because there's view bots, all of which is wrong. All of which it 100% shows you the actual evidence of why this happened, right? But they idiotically just started clicking on it on Twitter, and it gave it extra views too, okay? So, that's what's going on here. Now, basically, here's the thing about the video, all right? Engagement. The sad fact is, the video has poor engagement, but here's why. When your video starts, it shows me talking and then the intro cutscene of the game. Can you see the game at 60 frames per second in that time period? No. So most people hit play, we're listening to my intro, and we're like, okay, I want to see the gameplay. I want to see what it looks like now. And they clicked ahead. So what you can see is these spikes in the viewership. It's way up, then down, then up, then down, because people clicked at various parts of the video to try to find the frame rate being 60 frames. And it kind of goes all over the place, all right? So on average, most people only watch the video for a few minutes. It says right on it. Like, they watch the first 30 seconds. It says 31 seconds were watched by almost everyone. And then basically people clicked ahead to try to find the moments where there was 60 frames being shown. I'm trying to see here. Yeah, it doesn't really show any other data after that. And I wish there was more kind of data that you could like analyze, but not really. What's sad though is some of the data just doesn't work yet. Like, I was curious, gee, what kind of viewers? Where did what's their statistics? None of that's correct yet. Like, I'm looking and it says only 133 people watched the video. No, more than 133 people watched the video. It's just incorrect data. It's not loaded yet. Some of this data takes like several days to populate. So I can't see like demographics of the audience or anything yet. All right. Now, do you want to know the most ironic part about all of this? You ready? This will be the last piece. We'll talk about this and then we'll move on. The most ironic part about all of it is because there's a section that says revenue. Oh, wow. So, Phil, you actually put out... Hold on. You actually put out a video that got good views, so you made good money on it, right? You want to know how much money I made on the video? You ready for this? Ladies and gentlemen, Fallout 4 Part 1 so far has made me 3 cents. 3 pennies. That's what I've earned on the video so far. You want to know why? Because YouTube is a piece of dog shit. The system is automated trash. After the video was live for only maybe an hour, maybe not even that, okay? The Content ID algorithm ran. And guess what it did? You're going to love this one. It claims that I performed a cover song of the Fallout 4 title theme in the video. And because I was doing it as a cover performance, I don't own the rights to the video, and therefore they gave the advertisement rights to the video to the owners of the copyright of the song. That's literally what it says. It says, performing a cover song. That's how bad YouTube's Content ID algorithm is. It can't even identify the real song. It thinks it's a cover song of itself, and then Content ID claims your video. Because in reality, guess what? In a playthrough, it's absolutely positively legal to have that music in there. It's fair use. It's a transformative work. They don't have the rights to claim a video game playthrough video. But if I was doing a cover song, then they actually would have the rights. Just think about how stupid that is, right? So, I've immediately, when I woke up yesterday and I saw that, I disputed it. And I just want to make this clear to everyone out there. Do not, in any circumstance, let YouTube or another company bully you if you are a content creator on YouTube. If you put out a piece of content that you are confident is protected under fair use law, always dispute the claim. Always. Never give them a fucking little minuscule spot to try to steal from you. Because these corporations don't care. They will take anything they possibly can from you. For sure. They just want everything. And they don't give a crap about you. They just want your money. And if you put out a piece of creative work and you feel that it should be yours, you should make money on it, you dispute that erroneous claim. Why? Because it's automated. There's not a human that looks at those. That is a very poorly designed AI algorithm that some silver spoon in the mouth, Ivy League trained kid who works at Google wrote the code for. They don't know shit about life. They don't know what fair use law is. They just wrote a code to claim everything for big corps. That's all they did. So you always dispute that shit. All right? And in truth, it may take you a long time because here's the thing. With YouTube, they claim that if you dispute one of these claims and there's no response, in 2 weeks, you'll get the ad revenue. It's wrong. They lie. Because if it's a normal person, they'll take 2 weeks. If it's a big corporation, they'll take a month. They don't care. They'll give them extra time. And it doesn't even say that in their terms of service, nor does it say it in your dispute, but they do it anyway. They did it when I put out my Final Fantasy 13 videos over on DSP Throwback in January. They were telling me, get this, I stole content from the Square Enix YouTube channel and I was using it in my videos. No, I was just doing the raw game, you stupid fucking idiots. But you misidentified it. So I disputed all of it. It took 30 days for them to finally clear the claims. And now I've received some ad revenue on those videos. Not a lot, but I at least got something. In this case, we're talking a video with 25,000 views and climbing. By the time this is done, it could get like 28, 30,000 views. That could make me a few bucks. All right, not a lot. You know, ad revenue on YouTube ain't great, but it could make me something. Okay? I'm disputing that shit. They have no right to claim the video because the intro song of Fallout 4 played on the title screen of the game. It's not a cover song. All right? It's a video game playthrough. It's protected under fair use. Fuck you. You don't get to steal my money. So you always, always, always dispute. Never let them take from you what they do not deserve. They will do it. They will take everything from you if you let them. You must fight the good fight. They're never going to penalize you because these companies are not going to sue you. That company would literally have to come out and say, we're going to have a lawsuit against you in order for it to be granted. They're not going to have a lawsuit against you. So just dispute it and you will win the dispute within 30 days. Okay? So, yes, that is what I did. So right now, I made 3 cents, but hopefully, you know, let's be honest, the Fallout hype ain't going away. A lot of people are probably going to watch the video in the next week or two. I'll probably get another 1,000 or 2 views on the video. And hopefully, it'll actually make me a few bucks. It won't make me a lot. Like, I honestly, probably will make me like 30, 40 bucks in ad revenue, if that. But that's something. It's more than I make on my videos now. And I deserve it, you know? I put out a quality video at a time when people were looking for Fallout content. Hey, YouTube put it in the algorithm for erroneous reasons because it's not the next-gen update, but YouTube is stupid as shit. Oh, well. And the thing is, this happens all the time. People get this kind of weird popularity, you know, and it's all about, let me put it this way. It's all about then finding a way to, like, replicate, capitalize, etc. So here's the deal. You might say, well, Phil, this is great for you, right? So what are you going to do next? How can you keep, you know, keeping your content in the algorithm? I can't. Because let's be honest, why did this video hit the algorithm? Because I uploaded a video at the right place at the right time while people were searching for content of that game, and it just happened to be in the right place at the right time. Correct? That's why. But how can I do that in the future? For example, when the Elden Ring Shadow of the Erd Tree DLC comes out in June, I'm going to play the whole thing. I'm going to have a lot of fun with it. How can I possibly get this algorithm to hit me again? I can't. Why not? Because people will have it early. What about a new release that comes out? Well, can I hit the algorithm with that? No, because people will have it early. This is why my channel doesn't hit the algorithm anymore. Because I used to be the guy who would go to the game store, get the game at launch, rush home, and immediately play it. And I'd be one of the first people on YouTube to have those videos on YouTube so you could watch the playthrough and judge for yourself if you want the game. They changed the system. It's not about people working hard anymore. It's not about people being genuine anymore. It's about people receiving compensation for early press. So all these people who get the games early, the selected YouTubers who get games early for free, and then they get to exclusively stream or play the game or do their early impressions videos. You know, those people who are basically rich anyway, well, they're the ones who now get the algorithm. No one else can get it because that's how they set the system up now. It's a broken system. There is no equal chance for people to sit there and play the game at the same time. You will always have an upper class, an elite group of very specially treated YouTubers who will always get the games first, who get to put out content before anybody else, and who get paid a lot of money for it. Whether it's a paid promotion, whether it's they just get ad revenue from insane amounts of views they get because they're the only ones allowed to release the content first, they get special treatment. No one else gets it. Okay? It's a system that I've talked about for many years. People kind of push back on me and claim that I'm wrong. No, this is how the system works. I used to hit the YouTube algorithm all the time. Why don't I anymore? Because I can't play the games at the same time as everybody else. I'm just like you. I have to wait for the game to release, and then I play it alongside you. So I'll never hit the YouTube algorithm, because by the time I play the game and put my videos out, there's already 100 people who played it before me. In this case, with the Fallout update, I played the game the night before. YouTube misidentified my gameplay as being the next-gen update when it's not. So it's like releasing videos on release day. And people were like, oh, only this person has it? And then they went and checked it out, and it's not the case. But hey, that's what happened. So I'm not allowed to basically play games that get attention on YouTube anymore because YouTube changed the system and the people who make the games changed the system. And this is what I keep telling you guys. Do not, and I'll repeat this, I'm sorry, do not support and believe that crap content. Anyone who gets a game early, oh, here's my early impressions. Fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. You're some elitist fuck who gets everything. You get paid tons of money. You're a shill. You're not a content creator who's in it for the love of it. You do it to make a paycheck. To get everything early and say everything's good. Go fuck yourself. Don't watch their shit because they're not legitimate. They're just there to make a fucking paycheck. But people don't seem to understand the difference anymore because those are the people who are the ones at the forefront of the community who get all the attention, right? They should not get the attention at all. But they do, you know? But that's who I used to be. I used to be the hard worker who'd be there busting my ass to get the first videos out and give you an honest take on every game I played. That doesn't exist anymore. Now you get the paid advertisements. All those people who get the games early are under a review embargo. They're not allowed to be honest about the gameplay. They literally can basically just kiss its butt. So you are getting a paid advertisement from anyone who has early impressions, first impressions, all that shit. Those exclusive streams and videos are all paid advertisements. But I can't make you be smart about it. You got to do it for yourself. All right? The industry and content creation has changed in the last decade in a very bad way. We got to be smart about this shit. All right? There's a reason why DSPGaming, that used to be one of the most prominent YouTube channels on YouTube, was pushed down. While all the ball suckers and the dick lickers and the ass kissers got pushed up. Okay? Okay. Anyway, so that's what's going on. So now, let us talk about how I'm changing my schedule for the week. I have a lot to talk about. I want to talk a little bit about my day off because my wife played some of this next-gen update stuff. And basically, it was pretty interesting. And I want to talk a little bit about that. And also, I want to talk about gaming news because we have a good amount of gaming news going on. Okay. We have a good amount of gaming news going on that I want to talk about today. Okay? So, schedule-wise. All right. Here we go. Ready? Today, Fallout 4. Duh. And the next gen update is applied. We're going to see what's new. We're going to enjoy it. I'm going to continue on with my melee build. I hope you guys will continue to help me with it because I'm only a couple hours in. It's very early. But, man, it's going to be a way more challenging run with melee. There's so many enemies with insanely overpowered weapons in this game and so many firefights. So you have to help me to try to figure out how to pull off this build. I will definitely need assistance with this, so I would appreciate that, okay? And yes, the schedule is wrong. I'll fix it later. Please allow me to get through the podcast. Tonight, Friday Night Fights, Street Fighter 6, more Zangief, and I looked up another player named Junior who uses Zangief. He's basically the number 2 Zangief in the world, and he uses some interesting tactics that I'm going to try to apply tonight. Some stuff that I saw, I was like, wow, that's actually kind of neat, and I want to do it. So I'm going to try some new stuff tonight and see if I can get that into my gameplay. So tomorrow, all right, tomorrow, it's going to be the premiere of Another Crab's Treasure. This is the Souls-like game that came out yesterday that stars a hermit crab in an undersea adventure. A lot of people seem to say they really like the game. I don't think at all that it's going to be a situation where I'm going to get a lot of attention on it. It's just something different for the streams. I'm curious to see if people like it and if I should continue to play it or if it's just kind of a one-off. We try it and at least we tried it, right? But I'm going to try it out tomorrow. Tomorrow night, I'm going to do Helldivers 2 on the late stream. Sunday is React Day, where I do my DSP versus the Internet clips show on my DSP Reacts channel on the first stream. And then we're going to continue with our Retro React event, me watching back my original playthrough of the Walking Dead Telltale game Season 1 from 2012. We're actually in Episode 3, so we'll probably finish Episode 3 and begin Episode 4 on Sunday night. And so then on Monday, we'll probably go back to Fallout 4, all right? And then what we're going to do is balance Fallout 4 and this Another Crab's Treasure for the week, unless you guys don't like Another Crab's Treasure, in which case we could figure it out. But there also will be Elden Ring Haley Tree Endgame coming in there at some point. On one of those late streams, I'll probably do Elden Ring. Unless, again, if you guys don't like Another Crab's Treasure, maybe we'll just do it as a day stream. So that's coming too. So this week, we're going to have a lot of Fallout 4. We're going to have this Another Crab's Treasure, trying it out, Street Fighter 6, Helldivers, and Elden Ring. That's the gaming schedule for the week, and I hope that that sounds good. Okay? Very cool. All right. So, there we have it. Now, ladies and gentlemen, yesterday, I watched my wife play Fallout 4's update. And what I'd like to do is give you an idea of what to expect during my Phil's Day Off segment here today. Okay, so what can you expect from this next-gen update? All right, honestly, the game already ran at 60 frames per second on the Xbox Series consoles, so you will see absolutely no frame rate improvement. There's no way it will. It already runs at 60 frames. All right, we did notice some slight lighting, detail, texture improvements, and or effect improvements. For example, one of the laser guns looked a little different and actually looked better than it had previously. Some of the characters, you know how a lot of their faces kind of look very kind of doughy and almost plastic-like? They look a little better, not tons. Don't get me wrong. This is not, oh my God, you're blowing me away. It just looks like there's a slight difference, and I'm almost thinking maybe it's just a lighting difference. Maybe it's they didn't actually do anything with the models, but it's the lighting was improved. I think that actually might be what it is. Outside of that, we really didn't notice anything new except the quests. Now, when I say that, I mean there's something like 7 new quests that were added to the game, and they're all of various different topics. One of them features the Enclave. And it's basically, you get some Enclave power armor. You fight some Enclave people, which is neat because they weren't in Fallout 4 at that point, right? So it's good to see them kind of come back for kind of almost like a Easter egg style mission. There's one mission that's just wacky and wild and has to do with Halloween. And at the end of the mission, you get the ability to craft Halloween decorations, which is funny because there's Halloween decorations all over Fallout 4, but you never could make them until now. And there's a few other random missions. There's one mission. This is absolutely hilarious, okay? Are you ready for this? This mission has exactly the same problems as in 2008, or it might have been early 2009, when the very first DLC released for Fallout 3. It was called The Pit. This DLC featured an entire new part of the map where you were in Pittsburgh, and it was like this fortress of, all kinds of crazy stuff going on. When that DLC released, I played it the moment it came out on Xbox Live. It was glitched, okay? When you booted it up and tried to play it, half the elements were missing. And what would happen is you'd start looking around, and around you there would be all these exclamation points and weird colors and glitches in the environment for objects that did not load, okay? And you could basically start the DLC, but then as soon as you tried to enter the pit, there were so many missing objects, the entire thing would crash, and you just couldn't make any progress. So they ended up having to patch it. They ended up having to patch it, and after they patched it, it worked fine, okay? So you might say, why am I talking about this today in 2024? Well, guess what? The Fallout 4 DLC, this next-gen update, has a quest that features all new weapons. It's kind of like, in the Wasteland, there's people who are making these weird weapons out of everyday objects. Like, I'll just give you a little preview. It's a minor spoiler. Someone made a piggy bank Fat Man launcher. All right, so it's the Fat Man launcher, but instead of shooting a mini nuke, it shoots a piggy bank that explodes into like coins or something, or caps, and it's like big damage. It just doesn't make the giant mushroom cloud that like a mini nuke would. So it's kind of a similar weapon that's very powerful, but it's supposed to be like a gimmick. It's kind of neat and funny. But guess what? Guess what, folks? All the assets are missing. So in the game, you run into a guy who has it, and as he's trying to shoot you with it, he shoots red diamonds with exclamation points on them across the screen at you. And the funniest part about it is it's incredibly damaging and it insta-kills you. So if you're in the way, you're dead. So you're getting killed by punctuation. Man, if you thought that like grammar was a problem, in the United States, wait till you see this. It's the most deadly correction of a sentence you'll ever see. It literally kills you. And then as you continue on with the mission, you see all these different things that aren't in the game that are supposed to be there. There's exclamation points and red diamonds just floating everywhere in the environment. And then when you get this, when you get the weapon at the end of the mission, because it's short, it's only like a 10-minute mission. You go to a building, you storm it, you kill a bunch of guys, you get the weapons. You take the weapon out, and when you put it into your hands, it's invisible. You're holding an invisible gun. And when you fire the gun, it launches a red diamond with an exclamation point on it. 15 years Bethesda had to figure out how to actually do this. And they have not figured it out. 15 years. And it's the same bugs and issues they had with their DLCs in Fallout 3. How do you not learn anything in 15 years? This would be like me today putting out a video and everything that I do is over the top, sexual, racial, offensive commentary, right? I'm still using my fucking camera to record my TV. I'm not even on face cam. You don't know what I look like. Imagine if I was making the same kind of content 15 years later and I learned nothing and didn't improve at all. Can you imagine? But Bethesda, apparently, that's just par for the course for them. They don't give two shits. They don't learn. They don't improve. They do the same fucking thing over and over. It's remarkable, isn't it? What is the quest called? I don't know. It might have something to do with a piggy, like piggy bank or something. I don't know. I don't know what the names of the quests are. I was just watching my wife play some of them yesterday. And by the way, don't worry, because if you're like, well, wait a minute, you spoiled yourself. They're all insane mini quests. All the new content they added is insanely short. Like I said, the Enclave quest is done within a half an hour. That piggy quest is done within like a few minutes. You know what I'm saying? It's all the very small, quick things. It's nothing too amazing or anything. It's nice to get new content in the game for free, but it's nothing significant whatsoever. It's just kind of frivolous stuff to squeeze in between main missions and things that you're doing and stuff like that. Nothing too special. So anyway, that's what I did yesterday on my day off. I was watching my wife play some of this content, and laugh hilariously at the exclamation points that were so deadly. I will say this, some of them, like the Enclave mission, seems pretty neat. I actually can't wait to get to that. Of course, I'm not going to do it right away because you end up getting high-end power armor and stuff. It would be way too broken if you got that early in the game. But yeah, like, it's nice to have some new content, but it's nothing to write home about. And like I said, I was already playing the game at 60 frames per second on my Xbox, so there's no frame rate improvement for me. It runs exactly the same. Okay? So for me, it's like, meh. I don't think this next-gen update is going to be a big deal, but everyone wants to see it, so, you know, we'll explore it, see what's different. I don't think there's much different at all. For what I saw, because I saw the patch notes, it just looks like they fixed a ton of bugs. There's a lot of bugs, like a laundry list of bugs, that in general, they just addressed them, but that's about it. Like, they addressed bugs, frame rate increase if you didn't already have 60, which I already had, and these 7 new quests, and that's the update. So basically what it is, I'll tell you right now. They wanted to have a reason for people to go back to Fallout 4 who haven't played it in ages, and they wanted to say there was something new for Fallout when there really isn't, but they wanted to tie it in with the TV show. They realized we have no new games or anything right now, but maybe, just maybe, if we say there's an update, people will be excited and check it out. That's exactly what it is. They really have nothing real to offer at all. In fact, people are saying on PC, it actually breaks mods. So people are getting the update going to play, and their game crashes because they have a mod installed or a mod save installed, and now they can't play the game. And they're like, well, what the hell was the point of that? And the answer is there is none. Again, this is a shameless way for Bethesda to try to cash in on the popularity of the TV show without doing any work. Okay, just being honest. Okay, what else did we do yesterday? A million things. I think you can figure out some of them. I don't even have to say. You can see visually. But outside of that, you know, did a lot of errands and the like, got some food. We ended up getting some pub style food. So we actually got a big pretzel, a fresh baked and baked pretzel that you can like dip into like mustard and cheese and stuff like that. And I actually got this like this big like deluxe chicken club sandwich. And my wife got a nice big ahi tuna salad. So that's what we ate yesterday. We were out. We actually ate out for a change instead of ordering in. We ate out. And that's really about it. Okay. Anyway, that's Phil's day off. A very exciting segment, huh? All right. So what I'd like to do now, because the podcast is moving along, I'd like to do my favorite segment, your favorite segment, everyone's favorite segment yet. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for DSP News. What do we have in the gaming news realm today? Well, ladies and gentlemen, our biggest story of the day, BlizzCon is canceled. Yes, the Blizzard convention that they do annually to celebrate all of Blizzard's content and games, where all the Blizzard fan community comes together in cosplay and contests and to meet the game devs and the voice actors and all of that, okay, is canceled. And the funny part about that is it's canceled the same exact time that Microsoft just bought Activision Blizzard, right? So what a lot of people are basically surmising here is that, you know, Microsoft is definitely doing a lot of internal changes to the company, starting with culture. And let's be honest here. Can we really be honest about Activision Blizzard right now? So what's positive about Activision Blizzard, right? Well, World of Warcraft. Well, yeah, people still play it. But is it really prominent? Are a lot of people talking about it? Is it getting active new content and expansions constantly? Not really. Just kind of the remnants of people who used to play it, right? Well, what about Diablo? Well, Diablo 4 came out last year to mixed reception, and it's kind of continued that way. It definitely was not what Blizzard was hoping for. It wasn't the ginormous, oh, everyone praised us for an amazing game. It was more kind of like people had a lot of problems with it and stuff like that. And now, you know, does it still have an audience? Yes. It just hit Game Pass, by the way. You can play it on Game Pass now. But definitely there's no big hype behind it. No one's really actively talking that much about it at this point. Well, what else does Blizzard have? Oh, what about Overwatch? Oh, shit. Overwatch 2, you know, a game that's all but dead. A game that flopped at launch. Overwatch League is gone, right? There's no more Overwatch League. So basically, all the things that Blizzard used to celebrate at a thing like BlizzCon are now all gone. What do you even what product do you even have? If they had a BlizzCon, what would they present? Do they even have anything coming out? So I think that's what happened is, now that basically Microsoft owns Blizzard, Activision Blizzard, I should say, they basically said there's no reason to have this convention. This is a convention you do when you have big announcements and exciting positive things to say, and we have nothing. We're in the process of restructuring this company that effed everything up, and we've got to fix them. So that's our focus. We're not going to buy the company and immediately put 1 million resources towards a convention that honestly probably shouldn't even happen right now. But the thing is, BlizzCon's been going on for an incredibly long time, and people are very upset about this. All, actual Activision Blizzard fans are super upset. And admittedly, so even people who are like in games journalism and stuff are like, wow, we go to BlizzCon every year and we cover it, and now there's no BlizzCon. And some people are even saying, man, this sounds very eerily like what happened when E3 got canceled years ago, but claimed that it would come back, and then it never did. So, curious, what's going to happen? Will BlizzCon actually come back on some day, or is that basically it? Is Blizzard on the way out? Will they end up kind of getting maybe absorbed, right, into all the other stuff that Microsoft does? Maybe they're going to lose their identity. Who knows, right? All right. Story number 2. Rocksteady's Suicide Squad, remember that game? Currently has fewer players on Steam than the game that's actually officially dead, Marvel's Avengers. That's right, there's more people playing the Crystal Dynamics Marvel's Avengers game on Steam than the game that just came out in January, Suicide Squad. The game is dead within just a few months. Please, 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 let this be the nail in the coffin for live service games, please. Really, I mean it. I mean, I get it. Fortnite made a ton of money. I get it. GTA Online made a ton of money. But can this please be our example that people don't want more of this? If they want it, they'll go play the prominent ones. They don't want new ones. The moment that we saw the gameplay for Suicide Squad, right? We all cringed. And we collectively agreed, wow, this looks terrible. I don't know what they're doing, but this is a huge misstep. And I went, oh, no, maybe it'll still be good. It's Rocksteady. You're just saying, oh, no, we knew. And it came out, and everyone, well, it's exactly like we thought. It's a piece of shit, right? They need to stop with this crap, right? What a waste. A company that made 3 insanely good games. Some of the best, superhero tie-ins you will ever see. And then they just squandered everything. I don't even know where they're going to go from here because it's such a flop. And that after they didn't have any games out for many, many years, so they were hinging on this one being good. What a joke. They should have just made a Superman game like everyone wanted and stopped fucking around, but it's obvious their management were a bunch of idiots trying to ride popularity waves. They fucked everything up for the company. Pretty sad. Here's an interesting one. Net neutrality is back. Does anyone remember this story from many years ago? I do, because I talked about it, and it was an interesting discussion that we had. Net neutrality has been gone for many years. And when net neutrality went away, everyone said it was going to be the end of the internet. And guess what happened? Nothing. Literally nothing changed. Net neutrality went away, and absolutely no ISPs really changed the way they did anything. No company started dominating the internet or censoring or doing anything. Like, everyone was so afraid that basically when net neutrality went away, the entire internet was going to become censored or closed off. It just never happened. It was kind of a thing that everyone was afraid of, like the boogeyman. And then when net neutrality went away, no one talked about it, right? Well, it's back. The FCC voted to restore net neutrality protections. Okay? That's amazing. So what does that do? It doesn't seem like it does anything at all. You know what I'm saying? Like, the whole discussion was that it was supposed to stop pirating and stuff like that. But then the other discussion was, yeah, but it's a slippery slope because then this company can do whatever they want or that. It's just so weird. It seems to me like there's all these giant, big, contentious things to happen, and everyone goes crazy for them. And then they happen and nothing happens. Nothing changes. Like, why were we all up in arms? Why are we freaking out about this shit? I don't know. So if you want, obviously look into it. There's a whole big history with net neutrality and how it became prominent, then how it went away, now it's back. I'm not convinced that it ever even really did anything. It's an esoteric term that everyone talks about, but in practice, nothing ever changed as a result of it being in effect or not being in effect. So I don't really understand the difference. Like, I remember everyone saying this, you know, the sky is falling, the world is ending, net neutrality is going away. And everyone was like, Phil, you don't understand. This might mean that you can't stream. I was like, what? What are you talking about? Do you really think so? No, nothing ever happened. Nothing changed. It didn't make sense at all that people freaked out the way that they did. So, I don't know. All right. Last story, and this is kind of funny because it ties in with what we've been talking about with the Fallout story, right? So, with this whole Fallout next-gen content upgrade, we have a controversy. And the controversy is as follows, okay? Right now, if you own Fallout 4, any version on an Xbox Series console, you can get the next-gen upgrade. It's free. It just auto-downloads, actually. If you own the game on PC, it's free. It's an auto-download. If you own the game on PlayStation 5, you can only get the game excuse me, I totally screwed that up. You can only get the update in certain situations. Yes, it's so odd, okay? I mean, this is an official post from Bethesda yesterday. Ready? We've seen some confusion regarding the free Fallout 4 next-gen upgrade for PlayStation Plus Extra members. The Fallout 4 next-gen upgrade will be available to PlayStation Plus Extra members through the PlayStation Game Catalog. Your patience is appreciated while the teams work on this. What does that mean? There were people who over the years bought Fallout 4 in various different ways on PlayStation, and basically there's certain people are locked out. Like, they have the game, and they're trying to get the update, and it won't install. And then they're being told by Bethesda, oh, well, then you have to get PlayStation Plus Extra. Like, wait, what? Why? I have the game. Everyone else got it. Why can't I get it? I guess what it is, there were certain ways that they sold it over the years. Like, I guess if you had PS Plus, you could buy a bundle for like $5 or $10, and it included like all the Fallout games. And for some reason, that bundle isn't getting the update. And other people are like, well, I have it. I'm literally playing it right now. Are you telling me I have to buy it again? And they're like, yes, you have to buy the game again to get the next-gen update. To make matters worse, on the PlayStation console, you cannot play the game at 60 frames per second like I can on the Series X, because they don't have the FPS boost feature on a PlayStation. So, you know, on Wednesday night, here I am playing Fallout 4 at full 60 frames. You couldn't do that on PlayStation. You were locked at 30 or below. And that's why everyone was so eagerly awaiting this update on PlayStation. They wanted the better frame rate, and now a lot of people can't access it. So there's a lot of confusion around what version or how you access this update on PS4, or excuse me, on PS5. Like, everyone's going crazy. Exactly. Dapian says this is what they did with the Yuffie DLC for Final Fantasy VII Remake. It was only available at certain PS Plus levels. It's considered part of a bundle. That's exactly right. That's the confusion. Like, wait, I have PS Plus standard. I don't have extra. Why can't I get the update? You just can't get it. Well, I bought this game years ago as part of a bundle under a discount program with PS Plus. It's not offering me the upgrade. Why not? So they fucked it up. Just to make matters worse, on top of everything else going on with this update, they fucked it up. So hopefully this will be resolved. I mean, this was as of yesterday. I don't know if they've done anything to resolve it in the last 24 hours. If I know Bethesda, no. I mean, if they're still shooting red diamond exclamation points all over the game, I doubt that they've updated the distribution of this DLC on Sony at this point. You know what I'm saying? So I guess we'll see what happens. But wow. So, ladies and gents, what a show today. Obviously, you know I was going to have a lot to talk about. That is what's going on right now in the realm of gaming news. Okay. So, ladies and gents, at this point, it is time to do... Whoa. Wait a minute. Not doing that again. It is time to do shout-outs. It is time to do Q&A. It's time to open up the podcast a bit, shall we? So let's begin, as we always do at the beginning. And let's take a quick look at... hold on. Whoa. Okay, I just hit refresh, and the thing went crazy. Hold on a second here. Okay. So Spawn Killer did our first super chat of the day. He says, I have my Fallout 4 disc, and I have the update. So you got the update? Oh, wait, that's not the first super chat of the day. My bad. Hold on. Let's go in order. No Tango Dinero did a super chat. Says, Friday party with the boys. Thank you, No Tango Dinero. Dark Shrek Phil did a $5 super chat earlier. Said, I found your channel through your Fallout 4 video. I like your relaxed style of gameplay. Glad you're running with it. Thank you. Appreciate that. Thanks for the super chat. Your boy Lem re-upped his membership for 32 months. This playthrough will be hype. I can't wait. Me too. Like, I'm excited to do a melee build and you guys helping me to understand because I did nothing like that in my first run. So this should be pretty neat. And then we have Spawn Killer who did a super chat. But by the way, FYI, if you do any super chat between the $5 to $10 level, so $5 up to like $9.99, there is a Fallout themed animation that will play. Okay, so I have a special Fallout themed animation right now for the Fallout 4 playthrough. Anywhere from a $5 super chat up to a $9.99. That's how you can see that animation on stream. Okay, thanks. So Spawn Killer with a $2 super chat says, I still have my Fallout 4 on disc, and I did get the update. So you have a physical disc, and it worked for you. But there's other people who have digital versions of the game, and they're not getting it. There's people who have the lower tier of PS Plus, so they have access to the game, but they're not getting the update. It's very weird. Okay, anyway, I'm being asked, can we formally welcome any new viewers from the algorithm? Well, here's the deal. I don't think we're going to have many. We may have a few today, a few new viewers, but probably not many. Because as I said, you know how the algorithm works. It only worked for 3 hours, and those people likely are gone now. If you are a new viewer, welcome. The way this channel works is you must subscribe to it for 24 hours to talk in the live chat during any stream. The reason being, I get a lot of trolling and botting. People come in here with bot accounts and say nasty things and just spam the chat. If I don't have that 24-hour sub rule, it basically, the whole thing goes to hell in a handbasket. We tried it without it. It doesn't work. I need it. Sadly, I'm one of the most harassed streamers on the planet, so I have to put up with that. I hope you'll subscribe to the channel so you can come back and hang out on the streams with us. We have a great time, a lot of interaction and fun, chill vibes. Except if I'm playing fighting games, then I get very angry. Fighting games agitate me. Outside of that, I usually have a good chill time on any game I'm playing. So I hope that you will subscribe if you enjoy. And yeah, welcome. Just welcome and enjoy the content. Man, I've been around for 16 years. This channel's been around for around 13, 14 years. So there's insane amounts of content on this channel. You can find playthroughs of Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas from 10 years ago. You can find my original Fallout 4 playthrough from 9 years ago. You know, so much content on the channel that you can check out if you like Fallout. Or anything else, because I've been around so long, I played an insane amount of games. Okay. Moxer says on PlayStation, it's actually not an update like Xbox. It's a separate PS5 application that you have to download. I bought Fallout 4 to own digitally years ago, and now I have access to the PS5 version. Okay. Jade, I'm sorry to hear your allergies are bothering you. I hope that you recover and you have a good day regardless. Okay. All right. Good point. So FYI, again, if you're a newcomer, I don't think there's many newcomers here on the stream, I'll be honest. But if you are a newcomer, I do have 2 other channels that are active. One is my DSP Reacts channel, where essentially every week I do a clip show called DSP versus the Internet. My channel members submit tons of variety clips, and I just watch them and react to them every Sunday afternoon. You can check that out at youtube.com/@DSP Reacts. If you like Fallout, you might like the channel because I reviewed the Fallout TV series in a 2-parter. First, I did an hour summary and thoughts about the show, and then I did an hour where I interacted with my audience talking about the lore and the changes and implication of the change of lore, whether the show is woke or not, which is a big controversy right now, and all kinds of other hot topics. So you can check that out on the DSP Reacts channel. I also have a DSP Throwback channel that I just launched in January because I've been around for so long, 16 years. I have a lot of playthroughs that were either lost to time or look really, really bad because the old capture style I did back then was atrocious. So what I'm doing is in the process of restoring, remastering, and re-uploading those classic playthroughs. Notably, right now I'm working on my original Fallout 3 playthrough from 2008. I got like 7 or 8 parts up right now. And you can check that out at youtube.com/@DSP Throwback. And Fallout would be the featured video there. Give it a look. If you want to see an old school playthrough of that game, but looking a little better, give it a look. You might enjoy it. Okay. Soul Potato, thanks for a membership. Will you play Stellar Blade? No. Don't ask again. Okay, I received a $20 tip. First tip of the day, by the way. From Rocky. He says, happy Friday, Phil. Let's celebrate the algorithm hit. Keep it going. I can't play Fallout 4's update. I have 3 broken fingers. That's right. He had mentioned that he had broken his hand earlier this week. That really sucks. I'm excited for a fun throwback today. Have fun and beware the death claws. Yeah, in fact, I think we're fighting a death claw right away, are we not? I think we do. So thank you very much to Rocky for the first tip of the day. And by the way, yes, so all new animations, as you just saw one. We have new animations. If you do a super chat of $5 up to $9.99, you get to see a Fallout animation. If you tip $5, $10, $20, $30, $50, or anywhere in between, you'll see a Street Fighter related animation. And those are all very neat. So I hope that you guys enjoy these new animations, okay? Okay. Cool. All right. So with that all being said, we now have a little bit of time. If you guys would like to do some Q&A, tag me in the chat. If any other contributions come in, I will shout them out. Let's see what you guys want to chat about today. The hardcore mode, I already explained this in the videos, but people are asking me. Hard mode in Fallout 4, all it does is make enemies bullet sponges. It doesn't increase difficulty. It just makes the game way more tedious, and it actually would make it worse for a playthrough that you're going to watch because it's just boring. Hardcore mode it doesn't exist. I think they call it survival mode, and survival mode in this game makes it so that everything is weak to bullets. So it's kind of the opposite of hard difficulty. So you're weak to bullets, but so are the enemies. It's a little weird. You got to be like super duper careful in the gunplay, and sadly, it just results in a bunch of like instant deaths that just make the game stupidly annoying. In addition, you have to keep eating and drinking. Now, I did that kind of gameplay back in the day. We did a run in New Vegas where I did that. It adds nothing. It just becomes a tedious mess where you always need something to eat and drink. It doesn't actually make it tougher. It's just stupid. Again, people who want to do that mode, the reason you do it is because maybe you've played the game so many times, right? You've done all different builds, you've seen different scenarios, and now you just want another variable to make it more interesting, okay? That I understand. For me, this is literally my only second time playing Fallout 4, and it's 9 years later, and I'm doing a completely different style of build, all right? It doesn't make any sense for me to be doing one of these weird modes that's going to screw up the experience. That's why we're just going with the standard defaults, okay? Mighty Mike just did a super chat, and he says, I love how every time I play Fallout, there's new things. Yeah, and the thing is, again, being that I've only played this game once, all right, I know for a fact that we're going to end up probably discovering fun and new things. Back then, for the record, 9 years ago, I was not an interactive streamer, meaning I literally did not talk with the audience at all. I mean, we've been talking, the whole podcast, basically? I didn't do that back in the day. I ignored my audience, and I just played as if I was here by myself playing a game. Now, you want to talk about a different experience, right? People are going to be helping me with this cool build and everything. It's going to feel so unique and different, and I'm happy for that. So I certainly hope that you guys will enjoy the playthrough because it's going to have that different feel to it, and I'm sure we're going to be experiencing and finding all new things that I didn't do in the original run. For the record, I have all the DLCs. They're all pre-installed. They're already automatically installed because I owned the Season Pass, so we could, over the course of the playthrough, do that if you would like. Maximum Turbo actually just clarified. He said apparently in survival mode, they amp your damage to 1.5%, or excuse me, 1.5 times, but enemies are 2 times, so even that it's not fair. Wow. Let's see here. I received a $2.25 tip from an anonymous tipper. He says, congrats on Fallout 4 Part 1 reaching 25,000 views, and your shirt looks good. Thank you very much for an anonymous tipper. I appreciate that. What the hell? It malfunctioned. I got it. It was screwed up for a second. Okay. You're considering watching my recent New Vegas playthrough? It was a good one. We did all the DLCs. We had a lot of fun with that playthrough. It was super good. So if you watch it, enjoy. It was a good one. What's up, Game Boy? Game Boy says, how's it hanging? I'm excited. Fallout's going to get so many views, and hopefully it'll translate into a boost. I don't think it will. I think it's going to be basically Part 1 will keep getting views. Like, for example, like I said, it actually looked to me like it's still on pace to gain more and more views. If I look at it right now, it's 25,900 in climbing. So over the course of today, it might actually end up getting like 26, 27,000. It's still getting some residual views just for the fact that it has so many views. People are checking it out just on that fact. But it's not going to translate into a giant boost for the channel. It's not. It'll be a little bit of extra attention for a bit. I'm happy because I was starting a Fallout 4 playthrough regardless, so it's exciting to have maybe some more people on board. But I don't think it's going to result in anything huge. But hey, anything helps, right? It's just nice to have a video with views on it for a while change. I don't get that anymore. You know, it's nice to have a little bit of attention. Let's see here. Oh, really? Felix Fox says, I wouldn't recommend survival either. Infections make you lose HP. You can only save when you sleep in a bed. Oh, that's terrible. I'm definitely not doing that. I received a $5 tip from Snow Kirk. Hint, hint. Basically, this is not really Kirk. This is probably the person who also used to impersonate Snow Carl, but now they're impersonating Kirk. So, congrats, Phil, on positive news. This is long overdue. You've earned it. The reason I followed you back in the day was because you brought all the games with upgraded editions, and I couldn't afford them. So I watched what games I was interested in, and then I would go rent them. And you're not a sellout trying to make any kind of quick buck. You're not calling us chat like bigger streamers. Actually calling us individuals and not seeing us as dollar signs. Thank you. Hey, you know what? And I said this before. A lot of people over the years said to me, why don't I categorize and call my audience something? Like, for example, you know, Angry Joe has his angry army and PewDiePie has the bro fist people or whatever. I said, because I see you guys as actual gamers like me, of like mind, of like interest, and I respect you. I feel like I feel like grouping you all into this collective consciousness of description. Talking, hey, chat. Hey, bro fist people. You know what I'm saying? Even Dr. Disrespect does it, right? What does he call his people? Champions or whatever? That takes away the personalization of a stream. It really does. Like right now, if I'm going to talk to you guys, I'm going to call out your name. I'm going to say, you know, the name of the person I'm discussing or having a conversation with. You know what I'm saying? Like, just to say, hey, chat. That it depersonalizes the stream, you know? And I feel like when you become to a point where you can't just talk to someone in your chat, sadly, you've lost a lot of the meaning behind having a social chat to begin with. You know what I mean? Like, what's the point of having a chat open if you're not going to talk to people? If instead you're just going to take generalities and, you know. Yeah. So anyway, I like having that personal level of conversation interaction with you guys. I really do. I received a $6.66 tip from Ugly Tuna Roll. Time for a nice animation for this one. You guys ready? I love this one. This is a special one for 666. We have a special animation. Here it is. So Ugly Tuna Roll says, afternoon, man. I just got finished with your Bloodborne Redemption run. Too damn good. I'm now starting your Sekiro playthrough. Hope you have a great day with Fallout 4. Cheers. I hope you have a good day, Ugly Tuna Roll. If Fallout ain't your thing, hope you enjoy some of my other content. And hey, there's lots of it. I'm glad that you're enjoying all the FromSoft stuff, of which there's a ton to watch and digest. I am looking forward to getting back to Elden Ring later in the week when we take on Haley Tree, because we're right there. We're at Haley Tree to do it. So, yes, that's coming soon. Okay. Oh, and that's true. Maximum Turbo says, you know, I like putting on the stream when you study. Wait, he says, I like putting on your stream when I'm studying, but I do like the interaction as well when I have a chance for it. Right. A lot of people do turn on my streams as like white noise stuff. This podcast particularly, they'll just hit play and go do something else, but they're listening, they're learning about topics and stuff. That's cool. It's all good. That's why I like doing a variety of content too. There's some stuff, like what's the point of watching me play a fighting game if you can't watch the gameplay, right? But other games, you absolutely can just kind of gel and have it play in the background while you're doing something else. It's all good. Enjoy it as you like. Let's see here. I have no enemies. I did not see your message. Hold on. See if I scroll up if I can see it. Way up here now. He re-upped his membership for 19 months. Thank you. And he says, happy Friday. I'm going to get Sandland today. Yeah, let us know how it is. I'll be honest. I don't even know what it plays like. I just hate to say it. This is not the year for JRPGs. There's just been too many already. I feel like with so many already out and in the shuffle, in the mix, that a lot of people aren't going to be talking about lesser recognized ones like Sandland. So definitely let us know what you think about it and if you think it's good and if anyone should check it out. Sadly, I'm not. You know, I got other stuff I'm into right now. Okay. Dentronics says, I like listening to the podcast when I do other things. Right now, I'm changing the strings on my guitar. Oh, cool. Do I think the extra views on the Fallout video will bring more people into my revolving door, says Lisan Luxury? I have no idea. I don't know if any of those people who came to watch the video were then interested and said, oh, I want to see what other stuff this guy has done. Sadly, you don't really see that. Like, there's no stat that says, oh, they watched that video, then they went and clicked on the next, they clicked on another one, right? What I can tell you is 25,000, almost 26,000 views part one. Part two has like 2,500, right? So, obviously, that's a huge drop-off. And again, I think people were really coming because the algorithm hit when people were looking for the next-gen update. And once they saw the game was running at 60 frames, but it wasn't because of the next-gen update, they probably left and were like, I was looking for the next-gen update, you know. And that's a result of YouTube misrepresenting the video. The video nowhere in it says next-gen update. YouTube just put it into the search algorithm because it was a new Fallout 4 video at the time when people were looking for that, which is really dumb. It should, you know, not show up in a search like that if it's not that content, but it is. What are you going to do, right? What are you going to do, right? I received a $1 tip. I have no idea what this means at all. I literally don't know what this means, and because I have no idea what it means, I kind of don't want to say it, just in case it has something to do with something I don't understand. Like, I'm reading it, and it doesn't make any sense at all. Reading this, it's like word salad. You know what they say? Like, a bunch of gibberish just, like, shoved together. So, thanks for the $1 tip, whoever this is. I have no idea who you are. I have no idea what that means. At all. I'm so confused. Okay. Right. All right. Let's see here. People person says, I heard that the next gen update has a 40 FPS mode that with a higher resolution. I always thought the game looked good, but I still want to see the changes. The thing is, for me, as you're going to see, on both modes, it runs at 60. Because I have the FPS boost enabled on the Xbox Series X anyway. So no matter which resolution I'm running it at or whatever, it still runs at 60. It looks identical to me. Like, I put it on both performance and not performance, and it looks exactly the same. So I don't know what the difference is, honestly. Well, I reconsider my approach to naming videos after this Fallout one hit the algorithm. I already did that. I started naming my videos differently as of late January, if you didn't notice. Now, the descriptor of what the video is about is the first text, and then I put everything else like part one or whatever is later. I think this will start to work better with future playthroughs of new games. It's just that since I did it, there hasn't been any really hot new games. So it really hasn't taken effect yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, there hasn't been a big game where this would be affected or people would really see the change. But I think, yes, honestly, one of the reasons why that video hit the algorithm is the way that I titled it. If I had put Fallout 4 2024 playthrough part 1, 60 frames per second, people wouldn't have even seen the 60 frames per second title. They would not even known that that's what the video was about. I think that me changing my titling and ordering of the title and everything actually is the reason why people saw that in the YouTube algorithm search. So, yes, if anything, the change at least made one positive improvement, right? Okay, cool. Oh, let's see here. Hold on. Excuse me. I received a $5 tip from Rocky. Rocky, thank you again. Second tip of the day. He says, since I'm stuck being one-handed right now, I've been playing a lot of Nintendo DS games. Ever played Hotel Dusk for the OG DS? It's a fun poke-and-click adventure game with great art. Have never, no. Lilica suggested Phil Heads for our audience name. I like that one. Again, we're not naming the audience. That's the whole point, is that you're all individuals. You're all fans of gaming and people just like me, right? And that's the whole deal. Like, we are not some kind of... You're not some kind of amalgamous, weird group of people out there who I don't know. I know most of you. We talk every day. We hang out, right? Now, we see more people come in and we see people leave every day, and that's fine. But I feel like it's a fun hangout, a group mentality. I like that about the content. Maybe one day, you know, things will change, but I want to keep it at a level where we all have that kind of level of interaction and fun, right? It's not, oh, it's an impersonal thing where, hey, chat. Hello, bro fist army. What the fuck are you talking about? If someone, seriously, if someone said, if I was a fan of something and they said, so just so you know, I'm going to address you guys as the bro fist army, I would cringe so hard, I would literally never watch their content ever again. I would just leave. I'd be like, if that's how they're going to think of me, like a stupid ass name like that, like, I'm out of here. Fuck this. No, I'm not one of the top lilies in the world. I'm not one of the top anything in the world in Street Fighter 6. I don't play it enough to be good. Seriously. Dabhand says, I would call them the Philistines. They were indifferent of cultures and accepting of all. There you go, the Philistines. No, we're not the Philistines. I have no enemy says, I also downloaded Fallout 4 and Another Crab's Treasure. Yeah, I'll be honest. I'm excited to try Another Crab's Treasure. I don't know if it's going to be good, but I was very excited to play it today. But Wednesday night, after only having played this game 2.5 hours, I started craving it. I was like, oh man, like I was really starting to like the melee build. And I was like, dude, I kind of want to keep going now and get it better and have you guys help me pick the right upgrades and stuff because I was having fun. I was like, oh man, I can't wait to play it again, but I gotta wait till Saturday. And then the video went into the algorithm. I was like, all right, now's the perfect time. Let's just play it. Let's have a good time, right? Cybers TV says, the only mod I'll recommend is Sim Settlement 2. It redoes the settlement system, but more importantly, it adds a great quest line. As of now, I don't even know what mods work, right? Isn't it true that some mods have been broken and don't work? So I don't know if I want to install mods. I think we're going to, let's just roll with the next gen update for now. I'm not saying we won't use mods eventually. What I'm saying is let's just roll with what we've got for a stream or two. Let's make sure it's stable. Let's get it working. And then maybe once we get a little bit in, and if I want to tweak stuff, then we can. I'm just not too keen on installing 700 mods before we've even seen what the update is and gotten to the game yet, right? That's true too. Parasola says maybe the mods disable achievements. Thing is, I probably got them all, right? I'm pretty sure I got all the achievements back in the day that I was going to get in this game. Kohi? How do you say your name? Kohi? He says, anything that relies on the script extender has been fucked. What is the script extender? So I guess there's mods that are reliant on this certain thing and they just don't work anymore, huh? Huh. Felix Fox says, yes, I use the script extender. Hold on. It's absolutely screwed by all mods on Steam now. Needless to say, I'm a bit mad about it. Jeez. I wonder what that's all about. By the way, let me update Nightbot. Because Nightbot keeps saying that today's Another Crab's Treasure, and it's not. Let me fix that so people don't see that misinformation. Okay. Okay, that should be fixed now. Let's check. What's up, Gatsu? Gatsu says, hey, happy to be here. Happy to have you. Excited to play Fallout today. Like I said, it was going well the other night. There we go. It's fixed now. Schedule's fixed. Okay, guys. Any last minute stuff to talk about? Just Chillin' says, even Sam Malone, I don't know who that is, would argue against calling viewers a collective name. Can you imagine Cheers patrons being called Cheerios? I guess this is a reference to this Cheers show? Okay, a reference to the Cheers sitcom. He says, thank you for knowing our names. You know, I can never personally know all of you, right? I mean, let's be silly. But I recognize many of you. You come by every day. We hang out. We have a good time. That's what it's all about. An affinity, a common affinity for something. We enjoy each other's company. We want to enjoy gaming. We want to have good times together. That's what it's all about. All right? That's all anyone could ask, I think. So, yes, I am excited for the future of the channel as a more personalized, right? No, we're not firing up Morrowind after Fallout 4 ad the gamer. How dare you? My family are good, thank you for asking. I have no enemies. Do I have a favorite character from the Fallout TV show? Yeah, there's a lot of good ones. I think every character, because they all have good character arcs, like both Lucy, the Ghoul, and Maximus all have good character arcs. It's not like, oh, only one really had a growth. It's like all of them changed during the show. I really like that. Even though the Ghoul's character arc's in the past, honestly, it's still a character arc. No, I did not have any beer at the pub. I wasn't in the mood. I had to drink, or I had to drive, and I wasn't in the mood, so. Thoughts on Blink 182? All the small things. True care, true brains. Euphoric Joker says, are you excited for the Death of Slim Shady album next year? Of course, who isn't? We all love Slim Shady, and we're all going to buy his album, correct? Would I rather fight a Deathclaw or a Rad Scorpion? Isn't it true in Fallout 4, the Rad Scorpions are way harder? Like, Rad Scorpions are quite small, easy enemies in previous Fallouts, and in Fallout 4, they're, like, tough, yet the Deathclaws are the opposite. The Deathclaws are, like, more common, easy enemies in Fallout 4, while in, like, Fallout 3, they, like, insta-kill you, right? So, depends on the game, honestly. Yeah, that's true. Even Lucy's brother has a good arc. You know what's funny? No one remembers his name. Everyone just calls him Lucy's brother, which is kind of messed up. Me too. I don't remember his name either. But yeah, he has a good story arc too. I agree. Okay, guys. It's time to adjourn the show. What a great show. Thank you for hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed the discussion of the YouTube algorithm and how stupid it can be. Hopefully, the Fallout playthrough will do decently. I'm excited for it. Over the next, we have no new games that I'm interested in coming out till the late May, like May 21st. So we've got 3+ weeks to enjoy Fallout 4 and balance that with other stuff. I'm happy for that. And I certainly hope that you will join me for this fun. Will it get the views of part 1? Absolutely not. But hey, if you're along for the ride and it does at least okay, I'm happy with that. And thank you all for hanging out with me in the Wasteland. Which is the Commonwealth, correct? All right, guys, thank you. Tomorrow, I'll be back to tell you all about how today went. Thanks a lot, and I will see you then. Peace out.